below. Hello everyone and welcome to Master StEP Winter Semester 2021. My name is Ankit Agrawal and today I'm here along with Devangana and Mehdi. Just a second, guys. Yeah, and we are a member of Computer Science Student Council, Student Representative Council. So you can find us in the university with this name, CS Student Councils or FOXOPT. And yeah, so we are a member of 15 elected members, where you can see we have like from Computer Science, Adrian, Clemens, Elena, Julian, Manuel, Lucas, Niels, and Simon. From DSAI, that is Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, it's me here. From Mathematics and Computer Science, we have Carl. From Bioinformatics, we have Devangana, Mehdi, and Lisa. From Embedded Systems, we have Max. Media Informatics, we have Daniel. So we have elections every year, and these are the members who were elected in the last term. We also have some voluntary members, which are not as an elected member, but which are here to help us, and also some of them are our former members. So for computer science, we have these many people from computer linguistics, mathematics and computer science, visual computing, and media informatics. So what do we do as a student council member? What do we do here? So we represent the students towards the other institution or the other institute. We help us with the study regulations and what should be implemented, what shouldn't be implemented, and we help to improve the study conditions here. We are also responsible to organize some of the social, cultural, as well as technical events. And we also provide other services like printing of theses or printer services or so on. Yeah. And who do we represent? So as we are this Computer Science Student Council members, we represent computer science, bioinformatics, media informatics, embedded systems, visual computing, cybersecurity, entrepreneur cybersecurity, and data science and artificial intelligence. And what do we provide? So first thing is we provide you thought protocols. So those are the previous year examinations. And yeah, you can contact us if you want the previous year examination paper for any course which you require. We also provide student printer. So each month we provide you with 100 free copies, and we also have facility to print your master thesis. So you can come to us and we can print your master thesis for you. We also have different mailing list where we announce for the events. So you can just subscribe to this mailing list. And yeah, so one we have for the events, we have also for the job position like research assistants. And we also have public discussion about our meeting and meeting minutes and so on. So you can just subscribe to this mailing list. And yeah, finally, we are also your sympathetic ear. So if you have, as we said already, we are here for you. If you have any study problems, orientation problems, any problems, I would say, you can come to us. You can mail us here in this link, or you can come contact us in Telegram, or you can like drop message in any social media. If we have our presence in Instagram, Facebook, Discord, so you can message us there. And yeah, just to say, we are not your tutors, so don't expect us to solve your assignments or solve your exams or something. So yeah, we are here to help you, but we are not your tutors. And yeah, let's talking about the events. We organize a lot of events, cultural and fun events, as you say. So we have like breakfast, and so once in a while we organize breakfast in our student council room, and which are absolutely free to come. We also organize barbecue in the summer. We have next program. We organize winter party, get together. We also have pub crawl, and yeah, we like do a pub hopping thing. We also have several board night games and also LAN party. And yeah, these were used to be very fun events, but as you know, it's Corona time, and yeah, we can't organize these events in person. So we have our Discord channel where we try to engage students among each other, and we try to organize different events here. And yeah, as currently the conditions are improving, so we will try to organize several events given the corona situation and given the guidelines that we have provided from the university. So yeah, stay tuned and we will come to you. Where to find us? So when you enter from E1.3, and you can just go upstairs and you can see us in these 4 rooms. Or if you enter from E1.1, you can directly cross the hall and you can see us here in this area. And we have our name tag in front of us. And we also have the notice board where we post about our events. And yeah, as we said, we have our social media presence as well as presence in website and Discord. So yeah, you can follow us here. We have website link, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Instagram. You can drop message anywhere in these platforms and we will be there to help you. Yeah, and we also have our website, so you can all quickly scan the QR code right here and it will direct you to our student council website. And yeah, so the important thing here is that you can see we have orientation document here, which we will update after the 2-day program we have. And here you can see all those things we have talked about in the presentation today and tomorrow. So you will be provided with this document. You won't be provided with the slides PPT, but you will be provided orientation document where you will have all the required information for you. And we will update this after 2 days after the event. And yeah, here you can also see about all the latest events, and yeah, we keep posting things on our website as well. And yeah, definitely we also want you. So we have elections every year. I think it's around November or December. And yeah, you can help us being a volunteer member, for which you don't have to go through elections, and also as an elected member. And we elect a member of like 15 people for the council. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can just type in the YouTube live chat, or you can also message in Discord. We are following those 2 channels right now, and we are here to answer your questions. And just to add on, so these are the members for your respective field you can see here, and you can just contact them. You can feel free to message me if you have any doubt regarding DSAI. Feel free to message me in Telegram or somewhere, and yeah, I'll be happy to help you. So yeah, any questions? There is a question, can student in the first year semester at Saarland University be volunteer members? Yes, definitely you can be the volunteer member. And yeah, there was some confusion regarding if it's an international bachelor step, and yeah. Okay, so moving forward, I will show you guys the schedule for today. So yeah, as you can see, today we will go through like your life in Saarbrücken. How should you tackle things in Saarbrücken? How should you handle your stay here? And we will also talk about the Corona Jeopardy. So what's going on in the university regarding to Corona, and how is the semester gonna be? Is it gonna be hybrid or online, offline? And we will talk about your UDS card. What can you do with your UDS card? And we also have our guest speaker, Professor also today. And towards the end, we will talk about earning while learning. This is like how can you do part-time jobs and do some heavy internship and earn while you are learning here. We will have question and answer break at 12:30 till 1:10 p.m. and also towards the end at 2:30 p.m. And yeah, this is about today. And tomorrow we will start with all your master programs, all the programs that we have, and the study regulations. We will talk about how to deal with courses, LSF, exams, and yeah, we will provide you live demo, how you can register for the subjects, and like how to register for exams, and how to deal with all the courses, how can you plan your courses and everything. We will also talk about the research groups, how many research institute we have in the university, and how can you use them to your fullest. and again we will have Q&A break, and it's also a lunch break. Then we will have like we have some organization here, that is ASA and JIS, which are for international students. They organize a lot of events, so it will be introduction from them. Then we will talk about the master thesis, and towards the end we'll talk about like some fun things to do in Zaarbrücken, and we will end with question and answer session. So yeah, let me check the questions again if we have something. So basically, thought protocol is like when students give their examinations, they can come to us and they can write from their thought what were the questions and what type of the questions were there, what was the difficulty level, and so on. And we store them with us for all the courses, and we can provide you that if you want for any particular course. Yeah, and as Devangana already mentioned it here. Okay, so moving forward, we'll go in the next slide, which is getting started. So yeah. Again, if you have any questions, you can drop your message in YouTube live chat or in the in the Discord channel. Yeah, so
All right, so I hope I'm audible now. So getting started with Saarbrücken. So here we have a few checklists for what you should do after you arrive here. So the first thing is to get yourself registered at the Bürgeramt. So it is not much of a hassle. You just have to go there and take a token, and you need your passport, your visa, your house contract, and you need your address, and you need to go to the Bürgeramt and get yourself registered. So this is the very first thing that you need to do after you arrive in Saarbrücken. Then the next thing that you need to do is to open a bank account. We have we have quite a few banks. We have Santander Bank in the university, so you can also register there. We have Sparkasse, which we would be talking about in the next few slides. Then you could get a German health insurance. Health insurance is mandatory here. And then you have to enroll yourself to the Saarland University. And finally, in order to start working here, you need a residence permit. So all these points we will be talking about in the next few slides. All right, so the documents that you will be requiring for registering yourself at the Bürgeramt is a passport. You will require a written confirmation from your landlord, or that is, it can like a house contract would also do, where you will have a signature from your landlord, and then you would also require the lease contract. Now, you need to open a bank account at first in order to get your health insurance. So before you get the health insurance, or before you get you set up your house internet and everything, you would be requiring a bank account, because wherever you go, you have to give your bank account number. So the next thing that you need to do is to set up the bank account. So we would recommend that first you register yourself at the Bürgeramt, and the next thing you do is to get a bank account for yourself before you start off with any other opening a health insurance or getting a residence permit. So as we all know that we have this blocked that you have to create a bank account with, and the blocked amount is 10,236 euros. So the documents that you would be requiring for opening the bank account is a valid passport or a personal ID you would be requiring. And as I already said, that the residence certificate is very important here. And you would also require the certificate of enrollment at the Saarland University for the same. Now, there are quite a few banks here. We have Deutsche Bank, we have Sparkasse, Bank 1 and Santander. We have a Santander at the university campus, so you could also check that option. And like everything here needs to be done with an appointment. So even when you open a bank account, you need to make an appointment at the bank, and you have to keep some gap. You have to think that there would be a gap between your mailing them for an appointment and you getting an appointment. So within this time, you can actually complete your online enrollment. And after you are done with your bank account, you can actually get started with your German health insurance. So as we all know that it is a must for your stay in Germany. So and for the EU nationals, you will not need to take an additional German health insurance. So here we have just suggested some few health insurance companies which you can check. And we have TK, we have IKK, we have AOK. Now, for getting the German health insurance, you would be requiring these documents. You will be requiring the passport, the visa, the enrollment certificate is a must, and the bank account details, as I already said, and the residence certificate that you have from the Bürgeramt. Now your enrollment at the Saarland University. So a valid personal document, a personal ID document or a passport, and then you have to show the official admission letter that has been issued to you, and then you would be requiring the online completed form. So the following documents you need to scan, and you need to scan along with your enrollment form. So it is the certificate of coverage from your health insurance, and you would also be requiring a photo of this size, and a certified copy of your bachelor's certificate, and your bachelor degree, and then the payment receipt for the semester fees. So now, after you are done with everything, you can actually look for how to get a residence permit. So the residence permit is issued by the Foreigners Registration Office, and ideally, you should arrange an appointment like 6 to 8 weeks before your visa expires. You can mail here you can mail at this email ID, and so the latest address of the registration office is at Libak. So make sure that you take make sure to mail them quite well beforehand. So for getting the residence permit, actually after you mail them, they will be giving you a list of all the documents that you would be requiring for getting the residence permit that you have to take on the day of your appointment with them. However, we are just giving you a brief of the list of the items that you might need. You need to have a valid passport, visa, a recent passport size photo, and the completed application form, and also the copy of the city registration that you would be getting from Burgramt is very important. And yeah, so like these are all everything that you require. You would also be requiring the certificate of enrollment for that particular semester, and you would be requiring a health insurance certificate. Then the proof of funds is very important. So you need to show a certain amount in your bank account, and the residence permit application fee, which is, I think, recently it was 100 euros. So it may depend, like they will tell you. All right, so any questions? All right, so in the chat, we can see that they do not reply. Like, could you please elaborate, like, from where you did not get the reply? Because we are quite active on Discord, and we come up with replies. So, oh, okay, for the Auslander. Yeah, so I think like there are lots of applications. So even the people for whom the visa has expired, they have not received replies. So as far as I know, you have to wait till they reply. So yeah, can't help that.
So how long does the student visa last for? So some people get student visa for 3 months, some get for 6 months. So you can check accordingly. What documents do you need to send when you're making an appointment? You can just mail your details, like you can send your visa and maybe also your enrollment certificate. I think that should be fine. Enrolling. I think yeah, enrolling in university, if you have got your card and if you have done the online process, that is enough. Can I apply for a resident permit now itself? No, as I mentioned earlier, if your visa is expiring in next 6 to 8 weeks, then you should mail them for an appointment and they will give you an appointment, I think 5 weeks before when your visa is expiring. Because right now they are quite occupied as it was Corona time, and a lot of people, even the old students which are already here, they want to extend their resident permit. So a lot of people are there in the queue right now, so they are really overwhelmed with the response. So I think you should be patient there and yeah, just wait for the reply. If it's some urgent situation, then you should go with the welcome center. Yeah, okay. Now I think we should go ahead with like things getting started in Zabrukan. Yeah, Devangana, you can continue.
All right, so now we would be just looking into what you should do after you come to Saarbrücken. So just a second, please. Okay. So we have the checklist for the master students. So first you need to go apartment hunting. So you need an apartment. We have lots of student Wohnheim here. So for getting the student Wohnheim, you wouldn't be getting it right away. So you need to apply for the Wohnheim, and they would generally be providing you with a wait time for getting a Wohnheim. So you could go for that. Either you could wait, or you could in the meanwhile you could find some other rooms for yourself. And so we would be talking about the apartment hunting in the next few slides, and we would be telling you about the shopping life here. Then a quite important section, that is the garbage segregation in Germany, because we actually many people are not aware of the waste segregation here. Then we would be telling you how to deal with the hospital and the medical stuffs, and also about the radio tax, which is a mandatory tax that everyone has to pay in Germany. So for the apartment hunting, we have quite a few options here. Like you can check with the Waldhaus residential complex, then we have the student residence E, then we have the Gückelsberg student residence, then there are the student residence A, B, C at Homburg. So and generally you have to make an application well beforehand, and you have to go through the waiting period in order to get a place at the student Wohnheims. So the applications are actually online. So there are rooms for single, 2 people, or family flats. Then they are equipped with internet. Then they have kitchen and bathroom, and There are also recreation rooms and study rooms, and the rent of these Wohnheims generally starts from 240 euros. So you could also go for the private dormitories. So you can check these links. So everything will be like updated in our orientation document that we would be sharing after our event. So you would find the link to the apartment hunting, the private dormitories there. So the private housing, and so basically before you go to search for a private housing, you could like set a list of your priorities, like whether you want your housing to be closer to the university or closer to the city, how many roommates you want. So you need to set a budget for yourself, and then you have to create an account on this website, and where you would be describing your yourself and your requirements, and then the advertisements will actually the choices would be getting filtered out. So and in these cases, a certain amount of German knowledge will be of help. And yeah, so you could maybe set an account here in order to search for a housing. Then the shopping in Saarbrücken, here all the stores close at 8 p.m. and it's like a curfew on the Sundays, because everything is closed here on every Sunday. And so try to get your things, get everything on a Saturday, because Sunday nothing would be available here. So we have these supermarkets like Aldi, Lidl, Netto, Edeka, Rossmann, and we also have the Turkish, Asian, and the Indian stores, where you would be getting all the Asian spices. And we have weekend farmers market here, where you would be getting fresh stuffs in those markets. So yes, it's just what I said, that the stores will be closing at 8 p.m. and everything is closed on Sunday and on the public holidays. And we have, yes, the electronic stores here are Zaton and the Media Markt. So there you would be getting every kind of electronic devices. And if you want any kind of household devices, like you would be requiring curtains or any household stuffs or bedding, you could go to Tedox. And Bauhaus is actually for construction equipments. That is, if you are going to construct a house, or if you want to construct a proper modular kitchen, then maybe you could go to Bauhaus. And we have Europa Gallery, which is a mall in Saarbrücken. So yeah, you can go and maybe check that if you want. Now coming to the waste segregation and recycling. So here we have three kind of segregation of the waste. So in one, we put the paper waste, and that is alt paper. Every paper waste will go there, like cartoons, then pizza boxes, tissue papers, and then we have the biomule, where you would be throwing the food waste, the biodegradable wastes in general. And then we have the Gelber sack, where you would be throwing the plastic cans, the aluminum cans, and the Tetra Paks. And then we also have, like for glass, we have these we also have segregation for these glasses, like the brown ones. In the brown ones, you will be throwing the beer bottles. In the green ones, you would be throwing the red wine bottles. And then in the white ones, you would be throwing the wine bottles, so etc. And the rest mule, it's like anything that does not go with the previous waste segregation we have talked about would go into the rest mule. And we would suggest you to be very particular with the waste segregation here, because it is like maintained here quite, enforced here quite well. So it's not that you can throw paper into plastic and plastic into paper. So that is, you cannot do that here. So be well careful with that. So here, every time you see that you go to Netto or you buy a soft drink bottle or some beer bottle from anywhere, or a beer can, you can actually return that bottle for recycling, and you can get back money from there. So you will be seeing these machines in front of the supermarkets where you can actually just return the bottles, and you can get money from there. And then you will then the spare mule, which are actually the furniture wastes, the electrical or metal waste. So if you want to discard anything like that, you need to give 14 days of advanced appointment, and they would just take it away. And then you could also donate your old clothes and blankets. So you would be seeing machines, uh, you would be seeing boxes like this in somewhere in the city, so you could where you could actually put your old clothes, blankets, and shoes. Now, coming to the health and the hospital thing, so you actually need to understand how to go around the medical system in Germany. So everything actually starts with finding out your Hausarzt, which means your house physician, the doctor whom you can consult, like the doctor to whom you will go if you have any problem. So the first thing that you need to do is, after you get your health insurance card, you need to fix a Hausarzt for yourself. So how could you do that? Here we have the Welcome Center. They can actually give you much information about, especially, for the international students who do not know German or do not speak German much. So they could actually search for doctors who are English speaking, and they could take them, and they could take those doctors as their Hausarzt. So basically, if you have any problem, first of all, you have to take an appointment and see your Hausarzt. And then if your Hausarzt suggests you a specialized physician, somebody who is more specialized in a particular, suppose you have a gynecological problem or an ENT problem, then he would specify, or he or she would specify you to go to that particular specialized doctor. Only then you can go. So it always starts with a Hausarzt, and we recommend you to find a Hausarzt as soon as you get a health insurance card for yourself. Now, coming to what does the health insurance cover? It would be covering your hospital treatment and emergency services in case of an accident, then medical treatment such as outpatient, dental treatment, then the wheelchairs, transportation, and God forbid, like burial or repatriation. So so like I said, that first you have to find your closest Hausarzt, and you have to note down the phone number or the office hours. And so everything here, actually, we would recommend you to take appointments for everything, because in Germany, it all works with appointments. And yes, carry your health insurance wherever you go. And so you would also be getting a list of the English-speaking doctors. So we would also be providing you with this link in our orientation document. Now, the specialists would always require an appointment, and generally, like speaking from experience, if you mail for an appointment, there is no guarantee that you would get it before a month. And so, yes, you have to be very, you need to know these things when you come here. Like the dentists, the dermatologists, they can have an actually extra long wait list. So yes, these have, like the pharmacies, they would be giving you there's a pink prescription slip, or there's a yellow prescription slip, which means restricted medicine. So that prescription slip is only valid for 7 days. And the pink prescription slip, if the doctor gives you, it's valid for 4 weeks. So it generally means that you are given an antibiotic, or which would be paid by insurance. And the green prescription slip means it's paid by you. And these are like the flu medicines, the painkillers. So these green prescription slips are valid indefinitely. And Then these are actually a few information about the hospital and the emergencies. So, and 112 is the emergency number for the ambulance. Now, there is another thing called the radio tax. So every month you have to pay an amount of 17.5 euros, and so this is only paid per residence. For example, if you are staying in share, the 17.5 euros would be divided between the number of people who are staying in share. However, if you are staying alone, you have to pay the 17.5 euros yourself. And and also one more thing you need to do. So this radio tax is actually entitled to every household. Like, you could also find out whether your landlord pays it for you. So yeah, you have to find this out at first, that who pays it, and if nobody pays it, then you have to pay it. And it gets better if you stay in share and everybody share and pay this rent. Yeah. So we are done with this. Now we will be taking questions. Right. So now we would be talking about the disaster that has happened to us. So yes, it is what it is, but we have to deal with it now, and we have to um, first of all, we would be talking about your arrival in Germany, then what changes there have been regarding the enrollment, the admissions, then there are certain campus etiquettes, and about the courses and the exams and the resources that would be actually helpful to you people for to handle this crisis. So yes, for arrival in Germany, you would be requiring a digital entry registration, and it is available on the website. So you could note down the link, or if you cannot, actually we would be giving you all this information in our orientation document that would be released after the event. And so if you have to enter from any other country or area that is prone to COVID-19, which is a high-risk area, then you would be requiring a negative COVID-19 test result, proof of full COVID-19 vaccination, and also if you could also show a proof of recovery from an infection. So regarding the travel bans from different countries, you could actually check this website, which explicitly states the travel bans with the names of the countries, and you could also find out more information about the corona crisis in the Deutschland website. So now coming to the entry regulations that have been updated from August 1st, 2021. So there are actually three kinds of areas where there is where there is no risk, then there is a high risk area, and then there is the virus variant area. So the quarantine rules and the entry rules actually differ depending upon which zone your area is falling into. I mean, the area from where you are traveling, in which zone it is. And you could find that out from the travel bans, the website that I mentioned in the last slide. So now we have the enrollment and admissions. So all these services are now actually available only online, and all the applications and admissions related activities are actually being handled by the SIM portal, where you could upload your certificates, verification documents, and the fee receipt also. So after that, after you have finished everything from your side, you need to wait for the acknowledgement email, and then you have to change your password. So please guys, do not spam the admissions office with emails, because they would be replying you as soon as your protocol is done. Now the campus also has some etiquettes in this corona crisis. So as we all are maintaining a social distance, you have to maintain that here too. You have to use masks in all the public places, in buses, in the public transports. Wash your hands regularly, and yes, we recommend you to use stairs instead of lifts. And it is mandatory that you either call or email, and email the professors or anybody in the university if you plan any meet with them. So just avoid going there and straight away knocking in this pandemic time. Now, courses and exams. So this will actually be a hybrid semester. So hybrid in the sense that it is recommended for people to come and take part in the face-to-face classes or lectures. However, considering the recent scenario that is going around the world, the university dean has decided that that the university would also welcome online mode of study, like every professor would also be uploading the lecture videos, so that people who cannot travel here for genuine reasons due to the pandemic can actually study from their places. So yes, most lectures will be online, and but the examinations as of now would be held on campus. And if somebody cannot attend for grave reasons or extremely, considerable situations, then you could maybe mail the professor and sort the things out with the professor. So, yes, but examinations officially would be held on campus. And you could visit LSF, our website that has every information about the courses, and keep in touch with your course coordinators. We have the tutors, the teaching assistants, and the professors who would be updating you with the latest information about every course. And you have to download the UDS VPN. So the university provides you with a virtual private network, and you would be getting access to all the local resources, the books, the papers that you would like to go through our UDS VPN. So it is recommended for everybody to install that. So here are a few resources like University Welcome Center 1 and 2, which would be providing you a lot of information about what's going on in this pandemic situation. Then we have the immigration or border control. We have the Bundespolizei. So you could keep yourself updated from all these resources. And well, just a few tips that in case anybody tests positive, so just go for self-isolation. And it is very much recommended that you inform the University Welcome Center. And we recommend all of you to get vaccinated as soon as possible, because like it's too much and we all want to see you together, see you at the university. And every information regarding vaccination and the info is available on this website, Corona Info, and we would also publish this on our orientation document. So yes, now we would take questions. All right. So now we would be helping you with your UDS card. So it is just not a card, it's your survival strategy here. Like everything, it would be helping you with everything in the university. So the UDS card is actually your identification for all purpose inside the Saarland University. And so as I said, that it's your all-purpose card. It's just not a student card. It would come to your help in so many purposes that you would discover. Now, so yes, this is just like a format of how your card would be. It would have a photo, it would have your immatriculation number and the semester that you are enrolled in currently. So it would be assigned to you at enrollment, and it would actually be required for every formal procedures at the university. So for everything, like for every exam, you need to bring your card. And it would also be required for your transport purposes, like the multifunctional chip will actually be useful for you for free bus trips throughout the city, I mean, throughout the state of Saarland. So yes, carry the card always with you. And it would have the enrolled semester printed on it, and it must be updated at the beginning of each semester. So each semester when you enroll yourself, you have to make sure that you have also updated the semester name on your card. The semester, whether it is winter semester 2021 or it's summer semester 2022. So that needs to be updated on the card. Now, you could also use the card like we have you could also fill your card with money, and then you could use the card for printing from the library. So it is actually like an e-wallet for Mensa, which is our canteen here, and you could also use it for the printing facilities. And so the deposit machines from where you could actually fill your chip card with money, they are available at Mensa, they are available at library and the campus center. So it is also very useful. The card will also be useful for your access to the SIP pool, all the notebook rooms where you could go in anytime and do some group study together. So the card is, yes, very important for access purpose also to many rooms in the university. And you could also get general access to the rooms if you have the card, even in the weekends. So yes, you could maybe study in groups in the weekends too. And then, as I already said, that it serves as your ticket for transportation. So the SAR VV logo of the card, it is actually like the transport logo. So you would be able to avail all the ZAR VV buses, the ZAR Bahn, and all the regional express and the regional Bahns in Saarland with your student card, free of cost. Now, it would also give you access to the informatics library. Then you could borrow books from the library, and the time period that is usually allotted for borrowing books is 2 weeks at a time. And so